Once, in the vast spiral of the Milky Way, there lived a young star pilot named Kale. He was born on a small blue-green world that circled a modest yellow sun, but his heart had already outgrown its gravity. Like many of his generation, Kale chased speed, credits, thrills, and the applause of strangers across the galactic nets. He was clever, quick with ships, and quicker with words, yet something in him always felt hollow, as though the void between stars had settled inside his chest. One night, while refueling at the ancient way station of Eshkar 9, an asteroid monastery older than most civilizations, Kale wandered into the cloister gardens where the monks kept fragments of the first scroll. These were not data files or holocrystals, but actual fibers of plant and ink carried off old Terra before the Exodus. The scroll fragments were sealed in glass that hummed with soft gold light, and the words upon them had never passed through the distortions of later languages. They still breathed the original tongue of the homeworld. A hooded keeper noticed Kale lingering, and without a word, opened the case that held the third fragment. The young pilot found himself reading words that felt older than stars, yet newer than his own breath. "My child, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commands. For length of days and years of life and peace they will add to you." Kale laughed under his breath. "Peace? In this galaxy?" The keeper only smiled and left him alone with the scroll. That night Kale dreamed. He did not dream of nebulae or dogfights or the curves of pleasure moons. Instead, he stood on an endless silver bridge that stretched across the black, and a presence walked beside him, neither male nor female. Neither human nor machine, but vast and kind, like gravity that loved him. The presence spoke without sound, and the words unfolded into living pictures inside Kale's mind. He saw himself years from now, older, richer, famous across 100 systems, yet alone. His friends had scattered or betrayed him. His body, once proud, was patched with cheap implants that ached in the cold of space. His name echoed in feeds, but no one looked him in the eye anymore. He had gained every shortcut he ever chased and lost everything that could not be bought. Then the vision rewound. He saw another path, the same young Kale choosing again and again to bind his heart to something deeper than impulse. He watched himself turn down the easy score, speak the hard truth, give away credits when it hurt, stay faithful when no one would ever know. Each choice felt like tying a thin silver thread around his heart. At first, the thread seemed to restrict him, pulling him back from brilliant explosions of freedom. But over decades, the threads wove themselves into a harness of light that lifted him, gently, firmly, above storms that swallowed everyone else. In the vision, he grew old, yes, but radiant. Young pilots sought him out on backwater moons just to sit near him. Wounds that should have crippled him healed strangely fast. Wars passed him by like clouds beneath a mountain. When he finally died, quietly, on a porch overlooking a violet ocean, his last breath carried no regret, only a laugh of recognition, as if he were stepping into a ship he had always known was waiting. The presence on the bridge spoke again, and Kale understood that every line of the ancient scroll was a star chart for this second path. Let not kindness and truth leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will find favor and good success in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own navigation. In all your trade routes, acknowledge him, and he will make your hyperspace lanes straight. Kale saw how every time he tried to plot his life, by his own cleverness, jumping blind into wormholes of profit or passion, he emerged light years off. Course damaged, running. But when he surrendered the helm, even for a moment, and whispered, "Not my vector, yours," impossible corridors opened. Blockades dissolved. Safe passage appeared where sensors showed only debris fields. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. He watched his future body abuse itself with synthetic stimulants, sleepless runs, rage at rivals, until the day he chose awe over control. Awe at the one who spun galaxies yet noticed a single pilot's heartbeat. From that day forward, sleep came like docking in calm harbor. Wounds closed without scars. Even his ship seemed to fly smoother, as if the laws of physics leaned a little in his favor. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruits of all your cargo. Then your silos will be filled with plenty, and your tanks will overflow with fuel. Cale laughed in the dream, remembering how he always kept the best for himself and gave scraps to charity streams for tax breaks and clout. In the vision, he saw the opposite, quietly routing 10% of every haul to orphan stations, to monks preserving scrolls, to strangers whose engines had failed in the deep dark. And strangely, impossibly, the more he gave, the more came back. Not always as credits, but as allies who appeared at the exact moment he needed them, as ports that stayed open when blockades closed every other gate, as contracts that found him instead of him chasing them across the galaxy. Then came the hardest part of the dream. Be not afraid when the nebula storms come, when pirate fleets shadow your wake, when your body fails or friends betray, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from the black hole. Snare. Cale saw suffering still came, engines still failed, people still lied, illness still knocked. But in the second life, suffering no longer had the last word. It became a forge. Every loss burned away another layer of the old, frightened Cale until only light remained. He stood in the fire unafraid, because he knew the one who walked with him there could not be burned and would not let him go. The vision ended at the edge of a quiet nebula shaped like an open hand. The presence placed something in Cale's chest, a small, steady star that pulsed with the rhythm of the ancient words. Blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than gain from dark matter mines, and her profit surpasses refined nebular gold. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. Cale woke on the cold stone bench of Eshkar 9 with starlight tears on his face. The keeper was gone. The scroll fragment still glowed softly in its case. He never became the richest pilot in the galaxy. He never ruled a sector or trended for 1,000 cycles. But wherever Cale flew, young pilots told stories of the quiet captain whose ship never vanished in the deep dark, who always had enough fuel to detour for a distress signal, who grew old without growing bitter, who laughed easily and listened longer, whose eyes looked like they had seen something ancient and kind and forever. And in the quiet between stars, when no one else is listening, Cale would lay his hand over his chest where the small star still burned, and he would whisper the final line he had memorized from the oldest scroll in the galaxy. My child, do not lose sight of these. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, and they will be life to your soul and adornment to your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. And the void, for the first time in his life, felt full.